I get that youth are mischievous. And when I say youth, I mean all the way up into your 20s sometimes. People do dumb things. That's not rare. That's not something that, as a father, I don't even expect. Like, I have the expectation for young men to do stupid things. But some of the stupid things young men are doing are way too stupid. And that's what this story is. Sometimes the attempt to be seen or the attempt to make people laugh, whatever the case may be, it falls way too short. And that's what this one is all about. Youth got to know that they're going to go to prison for committing crimes. And it seems the youth aren't aware of that. It's like they're confused as to what happens when you get caught committing a crime. Why do we see so many stupid crimes, though? I mean, if you want to try to blow up Harvard, I mean, after all, it's a wild crime. I don't see why you would think you'd get away with it. But if you ain't even trying to blow up Harvard, you just want to give the impression, yeah, you're going to jail for nothing. And that's dumb. As a parent and now a grandparent, I'm always trying to figure out the direction that the youth are headed in because this does affect me and my own children and grandchildren. The everyday societal woes that we see that are not being dealt with, school shootings and all of those types of things have a negative impact on our everyday society. So acting like it's not happening or there's no horrible detriment to it is not a benefit. Again, the recognition of the problem and then the solving of it is seemingly secondary in modern times. I'm saying we've got to recognize the need to tell these stories for what they are. These are youth that would be considered innocent, and they clearly aren't. It's not a big deal for some, but for others, this is everything. The FBI ain't playing about these types of stories. And so this is why you see them repeatedly happening, but the surface level discussion is where it stops. We've got to recognize these are somebody's children. Somebody slipped up and allowed their child to become a threat to the rest of society. The days of practical jokes and pranks are long gone. We're not living in that time anymore. And because way too many people don't recognize that we aren't joking when it comes to people's safety, you see stories like this where people take an extremely stupid chance. And with that, they put themselves on the line and end up losing everything. It's very, very stupid, if you ask me. Because again, you don't benefit in any way, shape, or form for calling in a fake bomb threat or for shooting off fireworks or any of that. So the mischievous part of that is expected, but this is more stupid than mischievous. I mean, with all of the events we've seen over the past 3-4 years, yeah, this isn't something you want to joke about or play about. If you want to try to break into Harvard, steal some of the stuff out of there and make a huge joke out of it, that's bad, but that wouldn't be as bad as a bomb scare or the scare of an explosion, which again, the FBI is going to play this to the greatest extent, okay? Even though it may not be the best example of somebody setting off explosives on a college campus, trust me, they finna run with this. So yeah, I don't know why these stupid crimes happen, but they do. And when I see them, I'm gonna report them because we do have youth that make stupid decisions, and sometimes I think parents assume that their child won't make a stupid decision. They assume that their child is smart enough to know better. And sometimes it's peer pressure. Sometimes it's just wanting to be seen in the moment. But you can't assume. You have to be proactive about these things and make sure the youth know that you can go to jail and do serious time for something that isn't even that serious. So I do appreciate you watching my video, supporting the platform, share, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll be back for another one. These stories aren't going anywhere, and I do believe it's effective to at least acknowledge that these things are happening, and maybe a parent or two can benefit their own child. That's my goal here, and hopefully I'm getting closer and closer to being able to accomplish it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.